Urban forests play a crucial role in promoting urban sustainability and resilience. They contribute to climate change mitigation by sequestering carbon dioxide through photosynthesis. Urban forests also help manage stormwater runoff by absorbing and filtering rainwater, reducing the risk of flooding. Furthermore, these green spaces provide social and psychological benefits as stress reduction and improved mental well being. One of the complex agricultural problems is the issue of food waste. Food waste refers to the discarding of edible food at various stages of the food supply chain, from production to consumption. This not only represents a significant loss of resources, but also has environmental implications.
Scientists have achieved the restoration of impaired brain function in mice models of stroke by utilizing small molecules, which may hold promise as a potential therapy for stroke recovery in the future. Teddy Wheelock explains that the treatment has demonstrated the ability to partially restore communication between nerve cells in significant areas of the brain that are affected by stroke.
In recent years in the UK, we have seen an increase in mental health problems among young people, so there has been an increased focus on how to support students. Your reader, we have found concerning evidence that students may have a higher risk of depression and anxiety than their peers of the same age who are not in higher education.
A recent study published in the open access journal PLOS One suggests that dog-assisted interventions can effectively reduce stress levels in children, regardless of whether they have special needs or not. The study, conducted by Carsten Mainz and colleagues from the University of Lincoln, UK, measured salivary cortisol levels to determine the impact of these interventions.
A groundbreaking study on recent evolutionary changes in natural populations has been conducted by a team of international researchers. The study utilized a vast genomic dataset, one of the largest ever assembled for animals in their natural habitat, which included almost 4,000 Darwin's finches.
A new study has provided valuable insights into the Roosmann's dwarf porcupine, a netarchal species that has been poorly understood until now. This research, conducted after 22 years of limited knowledge, reveals important information about its distribution, evolutionary relationships, and potential risks to its conservation.
The new analysis of frailties within the oak's food system has been led by researchers from the University of York and Anglia Ruskin University and is published in the journal Sustainability. In the study, civil unrest is classified as over 30,000 people in the UK suffering violent injury in 1 year through events such as demonstrations and violent looting.
A team, researchers, has announced the creation of a novel composite material with the ability to alter its properties based on temperature changes, allowing it to execute its specific tasks. These materials are expected to be incorporated into the next wave of self-governing robotics that can engage with the surrounding environment. a new form of random number generator for encryption, created at Linköping University in Sweden, has the potential to make digital information exchange safer, more cost-effective, and environmentally friendly. The researchers involved in the study believe that this innovative technology could open up possibilities for a novel form of quantum communication. Using the MoonX instrument on the Gemini North Telescope, the team was able to identify, measure the abundance of 11 chemical elements in the atmosphere of the planet. Those include rock-forming elements whose abundances are not even known for giant planets in the solar system such as Jupiter or Saturn.
Even though our computers are now better than 15 years ago, they still malfunction between 11 and 20% of the time, the new study concludes. The researchers behind the study therefore find that there are major gains to be achieved for society by rethinking the systems and involving users more in their development.
increasing concentrations of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere from human activity traps heat within the climate system, warming air, the land surface, the oceans, and melting polar ice. Oceans do by far the most work, absorbing more than 90% of the excess human-generated heat accumulated in the Earth's climate system, moderating atmospheric temperature rises.
Numerous fossil sites in southern Africa preserve distinctive three-toed footprints that have been named Triceratops. For many years, researchers have debated what animals might have left these tracks, as well as precisely how many different species, technically called subspecies of Triceratops, there are.
An endlessly rotating beach ball, a program that crashes without saving data, are systems that require illogical procedures or simply do not work. Unfortunately, struggling with computers is still a familiar situation for most of us. Tearing your head over computers that do not work remains very common among users, according to new Danish research. When researchers analyzed pellets made from recycled plastic gathered in 13 countries, they discovered numerous harmful substances, such as pesticides and pharmaceuticals. As a result, the scientists concluded that recycled plastics are unsuitable for many applications and pose a challenge to the establishment of a circular economy. Although scientific consensus on human responsibility, reaffirmed by the sixth report of the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, has been in place for decades, a third of the population still doubts or disputes it. This phenomenon can be explained by the disinformation spread by certain companies and lobbies over the last 50 years.